Come on. All right, now we can do. I think we're back up. All right.
Back live.
We are back. All right. We are back. It's good stuff.
It's tough. This is tough on a lot of guys.
Yeah, no, it's crushing. It's crushing people. It is crushing people out there. And like I was telling Mike earlier, for me it's been a roller coaster. It's been and today has been, for whatever reason, it's been a harder day than some of the other days. And it didn't help that I watched a snippet of the president giving his little speech, and then that his answering questions and stuff, and it just I'm like John was saying, he speaks. He speaks. I hear what he's saying, but none of what he's saying has anything behind it that's truth. For what actionable truth. It's probably the best way to put it. And it's really hard. It's really hard. Once again, I'll say, I'm going to reiterate this, and that's being still serving, in the reserves. Like I have we are expected to follow orders, and I'm like, I don't know. I don't know how, depending on those orders. Right now, the orders that I get and that I can follow are from my direct command. But anything above that makes it harder.
Do you feel like it's having a play on your oath, like your conscience, like the oath you made if you read the words, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. And I'm sorry, I'm not trying to.
No, you're fine.
And I'm wondering if you're going through this, is like when I read the oath, it spells out exactly what I need to do. I felt like, and I made a promise, but it's like, my oath is telling me that like a lot of these things are really wrong, and I don't know.
Mm-hmm.
I don't say it without sounding like insubordinate, but dude, even though I'm not in the military anymore, but I just don't believe in my leadership anymore, bro. At all.
Yeah, that's exactly it. Because so in like what the gentleman that we were just speaking with, kind of what he said, he and I and John, we have this similar background, right? Our jobs are to provide them. Like my last job, we were a part of actionable reporting that went straight to POTUS. And our mission was to provide him all the information that he needs, or that person sitting in that office needs, to make good, sound decisions and act on them accordingly. And when he doesn't take that advice from those people that live in and live out, day in and day out, live to provide actionable and sound intelligence, it's really hard to follow somebody that decides to ignore it. And what on top of it, like here's what I'm having trouble with. I'm having trouble with not so much the president, right? Because those people that decide to go into office and become president, their job is to make in some ways to make that final decision, but they're like a juggler, right? And they have to sift through and juggle so many different things. And what they should be doing as a leader, and this is how I try to lead. John can correct me if I don't do that. He'd be like, "You're full of shit." That's cool. But the way I do it is I'm in a leadership position. John's one of my soldiers. But guess what? I know that he is an extremely and incredibly intelligent and Johnny on the spot on any kind of thing that I need him to do, any task that I need to perform. And the other guys that are like him, you know, in my squad, I can go to them and be like, I need this done. And I can tell them to do that. And then they go out and they do it and they come back and they say, hey, this is what's going on. I have that bond and that trust with them that I don't care. I'm going to trust that I have no reason not to trust them. And I'm going to be able to take that information, take it to the higher up in the command. And the command trusts me to give them that correct information. And that's that working relationship, that working bond. And so when your leadership turns around and then like, you know what, that's all great. You did a great job, but I'm not going to listen to you. I'm going to do whatever I want. And I'm going to make up my own theories, my own ideas, because I have this little agenda over here that nobody really knows about. So what pisses me off is that the general of the army likewise stood up there and said that they knew the outcome. Or that none of this was basically previously predetermined that this was happened, when he knows good and well that that information was given to him. And so somebody in that position that should be an advisor to the commander-in-chief, you know, he's drinking the Kool-Aid too. And he's not doing his job, saying, hey, sir, actually you're wrong. You need to make sure we're not doing this. Is hasty. We shouldn't be doing this now. No. I mean, it doesn't make sense to me. He has all the stars he can possibly get on his shoulder. He can't go any higher in rank. So why don't you defend your position if you're going to defend it? But I don't know.
Because he's woke.
Yeah. Yeah. So anyways, that's what I'm struggling with. I'm struggling with this whole dynamic of leadership and
The soldier's creed is God answer, dude.
Oh yeah.
We're supposed to be separate, you know, we're supposed to basically say no. And if that means that we're canned, that means we're canned. But when like us says no, it's no. So you better be careful if you can a soldier that's true to himself. And these dudes aren't more, dude. Like, I think there's just politics, not that there's never been military politics, but our politics has gotten into the military.
Yeah.
And if that's a cancer, you can stop.
Yep. It's bad.
It's bad.
It's bad. Can't have it.
I think that's what we're all dealing with, is the betrayal. I don't know. That's how I feel. I feel betrayed.
Yeah.
Sorry. I don't mean. I mean, that's
no. You're speaking what probably the majority of us are feeling. So I don't. And I keep, there's some things I might kind of repeat and keep talking about with certain, with people, because I'm still trying to find answers. I like to find that middle ground, because if I see something wrong, I have a very strong desire to try to fix it especially when it causes grief to others around me. I don't care. Like, I don't care what my position is in leadership. I'll stand up to you.
What do we give as advice? How do we, you've been around doing this a long time, dude, or, a couple of you, Bruno, what's the advice on?
You can only do your job.
Yeah.
You can't fix the higher ups' mistakes. You can't, like, I was a cop and I would lock somebody up and some bleeding heart judge would throw them back on the street to do the same thing again. And you can't win. I mean, I literally got let out of a courtroom in handcuffs for a remark I made to the judge. You can only do the best you can do. And if somebody higher up screws it, you just got to live with it. I mean, my career was pretty much over when my heart crapped out chasing somebody down. I was out of work for almost a year. You know what happened to the guy I was chasing? It was near Christmas, so the judge let him go so it wouldn't upset his family. What are you going to do? Am I going to blame the guy? Am I going to,
Thanks for sharing, dude. No.
But you're dealing with it on a much more massive basis. That's the issue. I'm dealing with it like one-on-one, one guy, one incident. You're dealing with, this was a whole country. This was platoons of my fellow soldiers. It's a lot easier to deal with when it's you and maybe one or two other people. I mean, I just can't imagine what some of you guys are going through. But you did your job and you did it well. And you have to be able to maybe take some solace in that.
What's up, everybody?
James, how you doing, brother?
Good, man. I'm here at Bud's Creek right now. It's a motocross race.
Nice.
Here, check it out. What's up, Laver?
What's up?
See that?
Nice.
Got that flag set up.
Awesome, dude.
Making it happen, baby. I just wanted to pop in tonight, say what's up to you guys. I also wanted to say that I had this thought and I wanted to share it. And I'm happy some of you that have been on like every night this week are on right now for me to share this with you. But I did a lot of thinking about everything everybody was saying, about Afghanistan and all that shit. And something that it was actually a conversation Mo and I were having kind of got me started thinking about this, to be honest with you. And, it's really great to be a part, and you guys should be really fucking thankful to be a part of an America that genuinely cares about freedom and about other people's freedom and ensuring that they have it and have the opportunity to it. And I think in what Chris Norris said on Wednesday, when he brought up the fact that there's literally thousands of people, women specifically from Afghanistan, that now have the chance and freedom to be able to pursue an education, just as simple as that, is fucking spectacular. And you guys allowed that shit to happen. And all your brothers and sisters that passed away in that pursuit didn't die for nothing. They died doing good. So I think that's something special to keep in mind and something special to remember. So
yeah,
I don't know. I fucking love you guys, and I want you guys to remember that. Never fucking forget that shit. So, and also, Osama bin Laden was shot in the fucking face, so that's cool too. Fucking right, USA, baby. So,
Good.
So I don't know how you guys feel about that, but yeah, that was cool at the Phillies game.
Kick for 20 years, that's for sure.
What's that, Jared?
I was saying they definitely got their asses kicked for 20 years.
It
Yeah.
fucking ain't right, they did, dude. 100%.
Like kicked. Like,
And now what do you got? You got us, the United States, that has right now, like, and not me. When I say us, I mean obviously you guys have like the fucking one of the most in recent memory. I mean us and a bunch of allies as well. One of the most experienced forces in the fucking world and in history, really. I mean, you got to fight for so many fucking years straight. There's so much that was learned, so much knowledge. I mean, that's a positive alone. So that's just a thought.
Yeah.
yeah, you guys are fuckers, dude.
I guess we can thank the Taliban for giving us a great training ground. It's better than NTC.
Yeah, dude, NTC. Fort Irwin sucks, dude. Why is it so terrible?
It's that place. It's garbage. It's just I feel bad for all the people that put in so much work for that training, but at the same time, they put so much work into this training that actually ends up so many people getting hurt or
I didn't learn nothing up there, dude. They took Leftos ammo. That's
It's
it.
just drinking.
Yeah.
But it was miserable. That's what they definitely taught us. That it was miserable.
Yeah.
Do you remember those toilets, like 20 in a row?
Oh my gosh.
Go there, dude.
It was just like, and they'd have those
Over your waist. Or sleeping on those cement pads out there.
I didn't have the cement pad. Well, no, you're right, because that's right, because they put the tents over the cement pad, and then they put the turf. That's what it was. They put that green turf over them.
Yeah, that's the upgrade. There was no
That's right. It's just,
yeah, dude. They used the cement just cement, leftover cement.
yeah.
Oh man.
Like, let's put this here.
I don't know how we got down this road. That was maybe just flashbacks.
Yeah. Well, I said training ground, and then it made me think of NTC.
Hoagie bait.
I got in trouble because I in my Foot Locker that I took to NTC with me, I had put a whole bunch of jerky, and I had my jet boil with ramen. And all these jokers are getting pissed off at me because they're stuck for days and days with the MREs. I mean, like, I'm good. I got my ramen and jerky.
What's the like, can we be charged with an Article 15 for admitting to stuff that we did in the past?
No, I don't. I think you're out. I don't think anybody cares.
Yeah. You come get us, man.
I don't think so.
All right, boys. I can hardly hear you guys. I love you all. You have a good night.
You
I
as
love
well.
you guys.
Sir.
I'm gonna enjoy my weekend, relaxing and turning everything off. So
Do
fucking
it.
love you, boys.
Go
Soon.
ride a dirt bike.
I'm going to later.
Carefully though.
Nah. Let him get hurt. Get some scars. Chicks dig them. Oh my gosh. I'm tired.
Chicks dig the red hair.
Hmm?
Chicks dig his red hair.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
I'm gonna jump off, guys. I got an early morning tomorrow. It's good talking to y'all.
All right,
All
man.
right, man. Have a
Be
good one.
safe, Mike.
Yep.
You too.
See you later, man.
Gentlemen, I think we're going to do the same.
Okay. All right. Looks like you need to feed a boy.
We appreciate you. Yeah. Too, man. Amazing. You guys always really like reignite some cool flames. So thanks.
Yeah, man.
Stay
right.
safe, Jared.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Feels great, man. You guys are awesome.
All right.
Remember,
Talk
God
later.
loves you. We tolerate you, but God
Yep.
loves you.
Enjoy Texas.
Yeah, buddy.
We'll catch y'all later.
All right. Later, Jared. Jimmy, what you up to this weekend, man?
Not too much. Just doing some stuff around the house.
Cool. That's cool. Oh my gosh. Well, finally getting the hang of some of the things around work. Doing a bunch of solo stuff. It's kind of nice.
Yeah, I'm sure it's going to be pretty busy coming up here soon.
Yeah.
Very busy.
Yeah. I'm just trying to do my job, like do my best to, like, I just kind of taken it upon myself to try to stock, like get all this stuff that's backed up from COVID that has to get stocked. Like I'm just trying, as soon as it gets, etched and everything, like I just try to put it away on the shelf as soon as it's available to do. That way it alleviates like the other stuff for the other got more experienced guys to take care of the harder stuff right now.
Yeah, I got to make room for all the
Yeah.
all the future things coming back here soon. Whatever is coming back anyway.
Yeah. It's more like if.
Yeah.
It's like, geez, I don't know.
It's a fucking mess.
It is.
It's going to be a mess for a while.
Yep. And we just don't have room. We don't have room for some of the stuff we have now.
Yeah, I've been talking to our folks up there and like reminding them like if there's stuff there that they don't need, instead of destroying it, maybe send it down my way for training and everything. So we can at least get some utilization out of it instead of just trashing it.
Yeah, I'm too new to make suggestions or anything, so I just kind of keep my head down when it comes to some of those things. But I mean, like some of them, I was looking at a bunch of stuff. I was like, don't use this. Don't use this. Why do we have it? Why do we have it? Because we're replacing all that stuff, some of the older stuff, we're replacing it with new stuff, but we're still leaving the old stuff on the shelf.
Right.
So yeah, man, it's crazy. It's good. It's all fun. You need to get me a field trip down there.
Yeah. I mean, there's been some folks that came down recently that hadn't been down there at all, and hadn't been down there once or twice to us. So yeah, people need to make I'll mention it to the bosses and everything, and get people to make their rotations down there to check things out and stuff.
Yeah, I'd like to. So it's another like 2.5 hour drive from where.
Yeah, depends on when you leave. It's about a 2.5 hour drive, and depending on when you leave our location to go back up north,
Yeah, that's
get
like
away from that off work traffic.
Oh my gosh, you have to leave like almost 2 hours early just to make sure that you got back. Yeah, that's gonna be a long day.
Yep.
We get paid to drive down there though, right?
Well, y'all be taking a govy,
Yeah, that's true.
and you'll be on the clock. So
Yeah. All right, that's good. Otherwise, I'm bringing my bedroll down the night before.
Right.
Camping year long. Oh man.
Yeah, I don't really want to beat a dead horse because it's been happening for the past week. Hence why I haven't been online and chiming in on all the fucking stupid,
Yeah.
inaccurate shit, and also other things been happening and everything. But I just having like a recap. Like I had 0 time in Afghanistan, but I've had plenty of friends go over, come back. Some didn't come back, and some lost the battle at home.
Yeah.
But it's obviously like for me and for many others, it's total. All my time has been in Iraq, and it's been a total recap of like what happened there as well.
Yeah.
It's pretty damn similar. We were there for about half the time
Mhm.
or so. Officially, we still have folks there as well, but we go there, do our thing, do a lot of good stuff, pull out, and then the world goes to shit whenever everything closes out with that place.
Yeah.
And then it's like not talked about or anything done with anymore since then. And that was like a few years ago when that happened. And it's very disturbing.
Right. Yep.
Yeah, I don't know.
Sure we'll get a excuse me. Sure we'll get this next BA, I'm sure we'll get we'll have a specific gathering for all this stuff, and probably be surprised if we don't.
Yeah. It makes me think like how folks have been talking about this stuff like the past week, worrying about people and everything. Like, yeah, it fucking sucks. Because like once this was popping off, I was doing the same thing once we officially closed out Iraq. Thinking about all the good stuff that we did there, all the humanitarian missions we did,
Mhm.
all the freaking hearts and minds that we won, all the kids that I met, teenagers, families, whatnot. And then we go and pull out of there a few years ago, not even really that long ago. And then fucking ISIS comes rolling through there and fucking does what they did. I mean,
Yeah.
always makes you freaking wonder.
Yeah.
I know a lot of things could have been done a lot differently in a lot of those places.
Hindsight is always 2020. Well, I'm going to kick off, guys. My wife should be home any minute.
Beans. Thanks for hanging out. Oh my gosh.
John, Jimmy, James, have a good one. Stay safe.
Yes, sir. You too.
Peace.
Yeah, there's four. Yeah, I don't have any other didn't really have any topics. I didn't spend any time today coming up with any topics to discuss, so kind of lame for that, but I figured there'd be enough other stuff to talk about. Hi, Ronnie.
I lost connection.
Yeah, he might have. I don't know. He might have failed. He looked pretty busy. Yeah.
Well, John, I don't know you. I guess you've been on off and on for a while or something, but I never met you or seen you on here or anything.
Yeah, it's actually my first week on the call. I'm good friends with Chad Longell and Moore. They're both in my reserve unit. So that's how I got introduced to Project Refit. And then I played in a tournament that they hosted for Call of Duty. And
Did you win?
Moore and no, I got second.
Ah.
But I don't
Shouldn't
take
be
the
sad.
blame. I mean, we did lose, and like they were facing the same disadvantages, so it is what it is.
Right.
But basically, Call of Duty, they used to have dedicated servers for like private matches and tournaments. And for whatever reason, they got rid of them. So whoever hosted essentially had the advantage.
Okay.
So when we would host,
Okay.
we wouldn't lag. So we would win. And then when they would host, we would lag and they would win. So the way that it panned out, I think it was best of 3 or something.
Mm-hmm.
And I think they hosted first. So they had the advantage from the start because they had the double host.
Right.
If that
So,
makes sense. So we got second.
So really there needs to be a third party hosting.
Yeah, well, I mean, maybe,
can
but
you?
it would have
Yeah.
to be like a centralized location. That's the only
Mhm.
hard part is because the
Yeah.
tournament was open to anyone, I'm pretty sure. It wasn't like location locked or anything like that.
Right. Cool.
But yeah, so hop in the calls. I would argue to say it's probably like one of the best weeks to hop in, unfortunately. So, but yeah, I've known Moore and Chad Lungell for quite some time. I did a year deployment to Afghanistan in 2017-18 with SOCOM. So,
Okay.
yeah, I mean, it sucks. I don't regret it. I still feel like we did our mission and we did it to the best of our ability. I don't think the shit we're experiencing now is because of a failure on our end. I think it's a failure from the top, which of course, outsiders, people around the world, citizens, people who just aren't informed or educated on the country itself and the whole situation there. Just something that frustrates me. I mean, I get it, but it's like, okay, so you've probably turned a blind eye to this for the last 20 years. And now you want to speak up and say something, you want to be so pissed off and say the military could have done a better job. And all of a sudden you're a geopolitical Afghanistan expert and foreign policy. And, it's incredibly frustrating, but I know a lot of us, like Dan, he's struggling, and I get it. I lost buddies over there too, so I bounce back and forth. I go from it is what it is and we did our part and I don't regret that, to being super pissed off about it, super emotional about it. But I think it's warranted.
Oh yeah, for sure. Yep. I mean, I came in the army when it was still BDUs and everything. So when I went into Iraq when the invasion was tapering off, did multiple tours through there and everything. And there's a lot of folks that I've been with through Iraq and all that stuff that went over to Afghanistan as well. So I totally get it.
Yeah, my old man did both too. So that's the other like.
You call
crazy
me
part
old?
about my old man, my dad.
Nah, I hear you. I'll be done.
So-
I'll be done here soon, actually, within like 8-9 months.
Well, congratulations.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Now, you said your old man went to both?
Yeah, my dad was part of the first task force. He was with the first task force in Task Force Dagger into Afghanistan.
Oh,
And
okay.
then he went to Iraq in 2003. And
No
after
shit.
that, he got out. Yep.
Where'd he go in Iraq?
I would have to ask him. It's been a while since he doesn't talk about it a lot.
Yeah.
Understandably.
Yep.
But,
Makes sense.
I'm sure he would at least say that much.
Well, who knows? Maybe
Yeah,
I
it's just-
crossed paths with him.
Maybe. Just I don't know. It's weird just thinking about how many people went through there and the deployment itself on my end, and like the fact that my dad was there when it
Right.
first started and then I was there. Let's see, 17 years later. And then, in a matter of weeks, it's fucking gone. Like,
Oh yeah.
just
Yeah,
it's
my
strange.
father was 1991 for the fucking first one, and then he gets
Yep.
back, and then he goes over for the Iraq invasion 03 or whatever. He comes home, and then I go over, and I'm like, holy shit, man, this is fucking far out.
Yep. Yeah, it's like on my last tour, my dad was actually a COB chief out in Kabul.
Mm.
And I smoked Cubans on the rooftop in downtown Kabul with him for his 44th birthday. And that's something I'll never forget. But I spent a lot of time out there like doing mission, and then like being in country with my old man too was a crazy thing, because it's
Yeah,
almost
it's definitely something that's unheard of.
Yeah. And then just I don't know, it's weird just to think like the people we worked with, and some of the guys pulling security were locals, for at least for exterior, right? And they fought in many revolutions for their country, and they were loyal to the cause, and you just knew like through and through they were good people. They weren't like shady A&A guys. And that part hurt too, to think about, the possibility of, I know those guys didn't lay their guns down. I'll bet my last penny on it. So, while it was probably honorable, it's still sad that the situation deteriorated that fast, and knowing that, people like Ajmal are probably no longer with us. So it's definitely tough. And I understand both sides of the spectrum there of some people are like, well, fuck it, we knew it would happen. And then other people are like,
Yeah.
Was it worth it?
We all know that it was all worth it to us. At least I like to believe that. And but speaking with anybody that I've served with and know that served in both theaters, we all seen a lot of good. There's a lot of good people over there,
Yeah.
liked what we were doing and helped us do what we do. So I don't doubt that whatsoever at all. As many of the fucking brothers and sisters that I've lost over there or here back at home, like there's a lot of fucking good that we did over there.
Agreed. I definitely agree. I'm gonna hop off here.
Yep.
But I appreciate you guys chatting. I'll be back on Monday for sure.
Sounds good, man. It's good seeing you.
All right. Enjoy your guys' weekend.
Yep.
Take it easy, John. Nice meeting you.
Raiders.
Yeah, you as well.
Well, sir.
See, you got all dressed up.
No, I know. I came home, got comfy. I figured it'd be appropriate, for the times.
Yeah, man. It is appropriate for the times. You just got to show some tit. Well, you don't literally have to. I mean, I'm just saying.
I don't even think anybody's watching live stream anymore anyway, so.
Yeah, I'm sure everybody's pretty fucking spent and burnt out from the past week.
Somebody just gave us some hearts. Maybe they are watching the live stream. My buddy, I think he's just watching it tonight. He and I were deployed together.
Oh, yeah?
We're on the same team, and I invited him tonight. I was like, "You want to come on the stream?" He's like, "Nah, I think I'll just watch it tonight." So, let's see.
It's cool. We definitely enjoy voyeurism.
Yep. Some fun times over there. Crazy. Crazy times for fun.
Yeah. Shit's put me in a rough place, but we can only do what we can do and talk to each other and drive on.
Yep.
What do you got going on this weekend?
Hopefully I can get some more stuff done on the blacksmith shop in the back. I'd like to be able to say I could finish it. We'll see. We shall see. It'd be great if I could finish the roof. I mean, well, not the whole thing, but just the roof. If I can get the roof on, then putting the crushed rock down for the foundation would be easy.
Yeah.
And then we can start. And I can get equipment. Moved in there and get my kids going on. Oh, excuse me.
So you're gonna pretty much like stay where you're at. You're not gonna move.
No. I've been looking at houses, but the cost benefit it's just not worth it. I got such a great deal on this house that I'm in right now that I mean, and it would mean uprooting uprooting my family for their little niche that they got cut out for them. And yeah, just have to deal with it.
Right.
It does suck. few days where I'm like, oh my gosh.
Right.
But
So you're gonna stay above the Mason-Dixon line?
yeah, actually, the Mason-Dixon line in Maryland, I'm still below it actually.
Oh boy.
The true Mason-Dixon line is actually a little bit above me. So I actually think the Mason-Dixon line is close to, is not too far off from the border of Pennsylvania, which is funny because a lot of people don't know that. They think, Virginia, Maryland, that's the Mason-Dixon line, and it's not.
Yeah.
A bunch of freaking hillbillies here, or not hillbillies, but hicks here in Maryland. Rednecks. I didn't realize it was such a redneck state.
It's pretty cool. Fun fact. Caroline County that I used to live in.
Oh, yeah.
A couple counties from here.
Mhm.
The 38th parallel runs through there.
No way.
Yeah, and the high school ROTC program and instructor made like a whole monument plaque or whatever dedicated on the school grounds for like, hey, the 38th parallel runs through here.
That's super cool. That's awesome. Yeah, so one of the gunsmiths today, he was like, we got out to go in to the to go in together, and I was walking by his truck, and he was like, he rolled his window down. He's like, hey, he's like, I'll be let him know I'll be right back. I forgot my ID at home. I was like, oh, that sucks. I was like, all right, I'll let him know. And so I get in. I get in and open up everything, and I think like it was probably like 15 minutes later, he's like walking in with his bag. I was like, okay, you live really close. He's like, yep.
Yeah, dude. Yeah, a lot of those folks up there live like close as fuck.
Yeah, I didn't realize how some of these people how close. But I'm looking at the homes and stuff around here. But I'm freaking like, maybe I'm a snob, but like I'm looking for a place that has decent land and stuff. So
Yeah, no, I get you. Yeah, I mean, I'd be open to going up there to work and everything, but I would like to have some property away from folks.
yeah,
I mean, I have big property here. I have like 3 acres where I'm at, but
it is nice.
I like it a lot better than where a lot of the alternatives are.
Right.
I'll deal with driving an hour away from work. I'm fine with that.
So you are driving an hour to work?
Yeah.
Okay. So you and I are very much in common then for work.
Yeah, a lot of people that are down here.
Yeah.
Drive about an hour away from work.
Really?
Oh yeah. Just because of how everything's like laid out and
Yeah.
internet availability and all that stuff.
Right. No. I kind of told my wife, I was like, my next job, I was like, honestly, the next job after this, I want to be able to, like, if we're moving to another state, we're moving. It's not, and it's going to be westward, not southward, if I can help it.
Yeah.
I mean, some of it's grown on me out here, but oh man, there's nothing like being in Texas or Colorado or even New Mexico,
No, I know. I'd love to go back to Texas. Just all about trying to find a really kick-ass good job.
Yeah. I guess today, like I was having a really hard time, and I still don't have accounts and stuff that are fixed and where I can get into the system and use them right. And that's so frustrating to me. Like I've been there for as long as I've been there, and it's just not been taken care of. And it's totally out of my control. It's frustrates the hell out of me. There's nothing I can do about it. And I have to wait for somebody to do their job so I can be efficient. I get it's a new place and new territory for me, but I don't know. And then all this other shit going on, with Afghanistan, like it just like kind of really compiled. It's like I don't know anybody, I guess, I kind of wanted to like just pull somebody out to the side and be like, hey, like I'm really struggling here. Like,
Well, dude, shoot me a.
but,
I'm trying to put too much out on this, but shoot me an email
Mhm.
on what you're having issues with, so I can try to help you out with that.
okay. So
I can get to the right people and get the shit taken
well,
care of. I can't remember your start date, but you've obviously been there for more than enough time to have like plenty of access for everything. So
yeah, it's what I started the 2nd of August.
yeah, so yeah.
Or no, the 2nd of August, 2nd of July. Yeah,
Yeah, it was right after 4th of July.
yeah, 2nd of July, or not 2nd of July. It would have been the 3rd or whatever,
Mm-hmm.
3rd, 4th. Yeah, something like that. Who cares? Yep, it's July. Yep. So, and it kind of goes back to, it just, yeah, I'll send you an email. Some of it I think might have got taken care of.
Are you on site? Are you on site next week or telework?
We don't do this for our shop. We're not doing telework anymore.
Oh shit.
Nope.
Okay.
We're pretty much, we have so much stuff to do, and we can't, I think that's basically, they're like, oh, you guys can't do your job if you're not. I don't know who made the decision, but we're not doing telework stuff. So we're just having to like be in certain rooms while
Yeah, no, I get it.
weird. Yeah,
I get it.
I figured he did. But anyways,
Yeah. Shoot me an email. You should have if you should be able to pull up my email. I haven't seen you on too many emails anyway, because usually my guys communicate with like one person,
yeah,
1 to 2 people only on the norm. But
find you. I think I should be able to find you just fine.
yeah, just shoot me an email and I'll try to help out with getting what you need to get done to the right people.
Well, we'll see Monday. Like I said, I might. Lisa, I think, actually sent an email to these people, and so they didn't respond today. But we'll see. We'll see how it turns out.
Okay.
But if so, Tuesday, if I don't have any kind of ground, I'll definitely send you that email. Anywho. Well, I think I'm gonna call it, man. I'll beat. I'm gonna get up earlier than I want to tomorrow.
Right.
So
Sounds good to me.
Alrighty. Well, you have a lovely weekend.
All right, man. You too.
Good stuff. All right. Project Refit out.
All right, man.